to Elle's imperfect readings. And I'm saying that because if you cut pick a crystal, that's why you're here. So this is deck number 1, and the crystal that you was drawn to, your heart drew you to it, your intuition, was the rose quartz. Beautiful rose quartz. It's a stone of unconditional love and compassion and forgiving and healing in relationships, in self. Beautiful, beautiful, soft, nurturing energy and divine feminine energy, the same. These are the cards that I drew. So Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin. Hopefully this will show up on camera. I'm just getting used to all of this. So Kuan Yin is the master of the 12th ray of unconditional love. Yeah, perfect. Perfect stone for unconditional love. Brings that love back to yourself, what you've been giving out to others. You know, if you're like me, I've been a giver all my life, but this journey that I went on, this ascension, these are the ascension cards also. Just get the thing that it comes with. So ascension, Diana Cooper, amazing lady. So I came across these on my path, spirit guiding me to them every step of the way. My lighting seems to have gone funny. Yeah. Hello, we're back. See, imperfectly perfect. What you see is what you get. The true, authentic me. Can't be anything else. Not when you've took this journey. Yeah, you come from the heart, and everything just radiates from the heart because you've found yourself, you know, you found your sacred heart. So let's get back to the cards. So Kuan Yin. Yeah, so unconditional love. She radiates a vibrant cerise pink light of divine feminine energy, love and compassion. Yeah, cerise pink, you know, beautiful, beautiful crystal. Kuan Yin is re-empowering women everywhere and bringing forward feminine wisdom in men also. So any men out there, Kuan Yin's message is the divine feminine energy is not just specifically for the gender of the divine feminine. It's also for the masculine also. Why? Because we hold the two inside of us. We hold the divine feminine and the divine masculine energy inside of us. If you caught my other readings, you'll now talk about the divine feminine, divine masculine. Why? I took this journey, the spiritual, you know, ascension. You know, I've ascended, took this journey, and I have found the key to balancing my divine feminine and my divine masculine out in self. I found the key to that because I did the healing, pushed through the blocks, brought that love back to self, worked with crystals like rose quartz. You know, crystals are not just specifically for the divine feminine gender, also masculine, you know. So this is what Kuan Yin's saying. So she's inviting you to develop your divine feminine qualities. And you know, we are in the new golden age, the ascension. We are. It's happening. It's real. The ones that are awake know this. I worked my path. Will I say it? 7 years ago. Yeah. And if you're following me, you'll know I use the number 7 a lot because it is my life path number also. But I worked to this. I started wakening up to my spiritual connection 7 years ago. I do believe I've been awakening. My fringe has got a mind of its own again. All a lot longer, but the actual, you know, the full-on awakening came into my knowing about 7 years ago. So, why did I speak about 7? Help me out, Spirit. Let's get back to the card. I've lost my train of thought. So that is where my ascension, the knowing, it came online more, you know, the knowing of my connection to Spirit, and I was ascending. So she's inviting you to develop your divine feminine qualities, including your healing abilities. And you know, when you start working with rose quartz and other crystals also, I work with many crystals. I have done over the years. I will continue to. They are my medicine, you know. They are my medicine. I can't speak for anybody else's, but when I get a headache, I will go to amethyst. When I'm feeling a bit lost in myself, I will go to rose quartz. When I need a nurturing mother hug, you know, my mum's recently passed, so when I need to feel that nurturing, loving energy around me, I will turn to rose quartz. Pretty much I have a rose quartz on me daily, all around me. I wear them, or they are around in my environment. But yeah, so she's saying masculine also. Find ways to nurture and empower others and yourself. Yeah, you know, so when you start healing all this, these blocks inside of yourself by working with the crystals, and the crystals working on your energy body, then you start giving that out to others. You know, you what you've nurtured inside yourself, you then nurture others with this sacred knowledge, this heart, you know, the sacred heart of yours, then starts rippling out to others. And you give yourself permission to go with the flow and share with everyone for the highest good. Yeah, so I was saying, you do give yourself permission. I gave myself permission to start this channel. Yes, it was scary. Yes, it was unknown territory. But what I have been through on my path, my ascension, and still go through, you bring that knowing, you know, back to yourself, that you are guided every step of this path. I can't speak for anybody else, but I know I'm very much guided by my spirit team, angels, ancestors. How I know that? I'm in my sacred heart. I've returned that knowing of my sacred heart back to myself. That divine feminine energy, you know, is whole inside of me, and so is my divine masculine energy. I've got the balance. I've done the work. Done very much, a lot of work on this path. But yeah, Kuan Yin, she says, give yourself permission to go with the flow and share with everyone for the highest good. Always come from the heart. Always, no matter what you do, come from that heart space. You know, it is for the highest good. When you come from the heart, everything is for the highest good. So this will subtly affect your stellar gateway chakra and build the Antakarana bridge to source. And the affirmation, I act from my divine feminine wisdom. Yeah, you know, so masculines out there, come into your heart, you know. You know, as children, you know, some children get taught, especially the masculine gender, don't cry. Come on, be tough. Men don't cry. You know, I've heard that saying so much. Be tough. You know, boys don't cry. Yes, they do, and yes, it's okay to. And crying is the release of energy that is stuck. And I give myself permission to cry all the time. Kuan Yin says, give yourself permission. If you need to cry, cry. Release those emotions. It does not matter what gender we are, you know. We all have that balance of the divine feminine energy and the divine masculine inside us. So we all deserve to give ourselves permission to, you know, cry. If we want to cry, cry. But yeah, the stellar gateway chakra and build that Antakarana bridge to source. I'm just going to get the book and let's see what more we have on the stellar gateway. Now the stellar gateway is above our crown chakra. Don't know exactly where, somewhere up here I imagine, stellar, you know, so it's pretty cosmic as all this area is, you know, it's our connection to source. Look a bit wonky. Woo. Yes, I do, sorry. Right, there we go, is that better? Yeah, ish. Yeah, what you see is what you get on my channel. Can't be anything other. I've done the work. The authenticity. So let's go to the stellar gateway. Let's go above and beyond. And let's see what Kuan Yin wants to say to us. And there's just a lot more. I think that is Kuan Yin's message. I act from my divine feminine wisdom. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing here that's adding to that message. But yeah, the stellar gateway is above our crown chakra, and it is our bridge to source, you know. Our crown chakra, ooh, let me put that book there so it doesn't fall off. Yeah, once we work through the chakras from the root to the sacral, to the solar, to the heart, to the throat, to the third eye, to the crown, that's our connection to source. Okay, so the cosmic heart came out next. And this card invites you to open your heart completely. Those quotes, perfect stone to open our hearts. This card invites you to open your heart fully and tune into the love radiating from Venus, which is the heart centre of this universe. Yeah, Venus, that planet of love. You know, we've all heard of it, Venus. She's got it. Yeah, baby, she's got it. And your Venus. Yeah. So, planet of love. Sing that. Pure unconditional love is held within Venus at a 9th dimensional frequency, a higher frequency than we can currently access. Very high, you know. We go high on this ascension path of ours, and yeah, your frequency does raise each part of the healing journey. 9th dimensional frequency, very, very high. The angels are suggesting you find time today to call on Mother Mary or the unicorns. And that's my cue to get my Mother Mary cards. And I knew Mother Mary would be popping up as soon as Kuan Yin popped up. Why? Because these are the high divine feminine masters that work through me, that channel through me. Kuan Yin has come through before for me. Isis. Many, you know. Does this look dark? I won't be a moment. I'm just going to yes, that's why. There you go. But yeah, so Mary Magdalene time. Let's see what Mary Magdalene message has. And you know, this is my channel. It's perfectly imperfect, apparently, because Spirit is just telling me today to just go with the flow, and so is Kuan Yin, and just being perfectly perfect. Don't worry about the lighting, but you know, I have got to worry about so much lighting because we won't be able to see the cards. But yeah, this message, these messages, these crystal messages are just about being our true authentic selves. And you know, when you come back to the heart, you do come back to your true authentic self and the soul self. you know, that the essence of you. So let's see what message Mary Magdalene has for us today. Beautiful Mary Magdalene, not the Mary Magdalene she was made out to be, but the return of Mary Magdalene now is uncovering the truth. Ooh, okay, so Mary Magdalene wants us to know that, for thou shalt not judge another, for thee are only condemning thyself. Okay, can you see that? Okay, I'll get back onto that card. And I'm going to just finish this Cosmic Heart Ascension card, Diana Cooper. And then I will read what Mary Magdalene's message is for us then. So we got up to, Mother Mary or the unicorns. So with their help, you can step down this powerful but gentle love to a level you can handle and bring it into your heart center. Breathe in love from the cosmic heart and radiate it outwards to everyone today. So although that is a ninth dimensional high frequency, very high, you know, I think we'd all lift off our chairs, won't we, and skyrocket into, that's why I always say ground. Please ground on your ascension. Please ground on this spiritual path of ours, because, you know, we are going up levels. Each layers we move out, you know, and blocks we move out from ourselves, we are leveling up, and by experience you can feel two up there in the 5D. So by grounding we come to the 3D, you know, we stabilize the two, you know, so we are connected to spirit, but we also ground. That's so important. I can't stress that enough. Not scare anybody, but I was away with the, you know, and I just could not function. I was too connected to spirit, and the same. That's right, Ellie. Yes, but you know, spirit wants you to be connected to them, to be that bridge, you know, to heaven and earth. But that's exactly what I mean by the earth, ground. So we can have the two. We are the two. You know, we are heaven and earth to ground. So so the affirmation is, I am the cosmic heart. You know, so if you do want to reach this frequency, call on Mother Mary and the unicorns, they're saying, and say that affirmation, I am the cosmic heart. Now, if you do resonate with the Rose Path, Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, High Divine Feminine, you know, Masters, this is a perfect reading. This is why I've been drawn to the rose quartz. So let's get to the Mother Mary message. For thou shalt not judge another, for thee are only condemning thyself. These cards hold very, very powerful activations in them, like most of my cards do, not by chance. So, you know, just by listening to these words and reading these words, they can then set off an activation of a remembrance, you know, to you, coming back to you. I know that when I pull these cards, remembrances of my Mary Magdalene Rose lineage, High Priestess connection return, you know. So in my ascension, all the healing and coming back to my sacred heart has returned the remembrance of Mary Magdalene connection, the Rose lineage path. It's all little building, you know, bricks to remembering more of my soul, you know, essence, coming back to myself, remembering my path, paths, spiritual lifetime, and past lifetimes, all of that. So yeah, do you know when we judge another, we are judging ourselves. So I've come across this on my spiritual awakening path. Much judgment has been thrown at me. Why? Because I'm probably seen as different, you know, but that's just to outsiders. But I've also come across judgment by family and friends. Why? Because they are not on my path, and they are not awake enough. I am awakened. I am an awakener also. So anybody that I come into contact with, my vibration, my energy, I will awaken them. That is part of my path, as much more of my path, because we are multidimensional beings. We are not just one, you know, we are many. That's just part of my path. That's part of the little jigsaw, you know. There's much multifaceted, they're saying. Multifaceted? Faceted? Yeah, faceted. Spit it out, Ellie. Yes, we're multifaceted, multidimensional. Yes. So when we heal and we bring our heart, in our cosmic heart, and we do that healing, we bring those fragments back to ourselves, you know, bit by bit. And these cards do have activations in them, remembrance, you know, very, very powerful. So yeah, when you judge another, spirit say, Mary Magdalene saying, spirit, Mary Magdalene saying, when you judge another, you are judging yourself. So my light, I know, triggers others. I'm meant to. I'm an awakener. I'm not going to awaken you if I don't trigger you. Something inside of you. So my light can trigger. It has triggered many, and will continue to trigger many. That's not coming from an ego place of myself. It's just that knowing of my path, because I've done this healing, done the work, gone very, very, very much deep into my spiritual path. Why? It was my calling. I went kicking and screaming at some points of this journey. I will not lie, because I can't lie. This journey takes you back to the truth of who you are, and speaking the truth, you know, to help others. But yeah, when you got to Mary Magdalene, I keep saying the spirit, it's because I've got angels, Mary Magdalene, spirit, multi-dimensional beings come through to me. So that's an array of multi-dimensional beings, not just the angels, not just the high masters, not just my spirit team. Multi. That's because of my ancient soul, my life, past lives, you know. So yeah, judging another for thee are only condemning thyself. Yeah, you know, what you judge in another, you probably don't like in yourself. You don't like in yourself, they're saying. So that then brings that, you know, the judgment out. Because if you're not ready to face what you don't like in yourself, you're going to judge it. Yeah, hope that makes sense. So there you go, that is deck number 1, and that was the Rose Quartz reading. And I knew Mary Magdalene was going to pop it for us, because yeah, it's all about the heart, you know. This journey, it's a journey back to your heart, your sacred heart, your sovereignty, your divinity, all of that comes from the heart. Okay, I shall leave it there. Just because, you know, you was drawn to this reading, you might be drawn to all the other readings also. So there could be messages in all of them for you. So yeah, you don't have to stick to just one reading. You can watch all of them if you've got the time. And like, I know TikTok's just about next. But if this reading's meant to find you, it will, and there's a purpose behind it. And all the other readings too. You're meant to find me. So like, follow, share. please, let's grow this this community of the heart. Should rename it that, community of the heart, our sacred heart. So yeah, I shall speak to you soon. Bye.